Persis Drell. She is a director of SLAC. She's actually the 4th director SLAC has ever had. And she's overseen the lab as it's undergone a transformation from the way it used to operate to a multi-science, multi-purpose lab, and has been here during the development of LCLS and has really been a supporter of energy and energy-related research. And certainly we work very closely at building our program, and largely because of her efforts, we've been able to grow over the past few years. So I believe she's going to say a few words.
Yep. So, okay. So I think the primary thing I want to do is say welcome to all of you. It is wonderful to see so many young faces in a room, filling the room on a subject like energy. This is a problem that all of us face, that we at this laboratory, as Tom mentioned, have started to change our strategic future so that we will contribute to solving that problem. But guess what? I'm not going to solve that problem. Tom's not going to solve that problem. You guys are going to solve that problem. That's why I'm so glad to see so many of you here. And you're going to solve that problem using tools that are just being invented, or some of them haven't yet been invented. And you're going to solve that problem, in my opinion, using ways of doing research that are going to be comfortable for you, but the older generations have a harder time with, because energy is a really diverse problem. You have to bring many different kinds of expertise together. You have to be able to communicate, work in larger groups. It's not all about that one individual really smart person figuring out the really great idea. It's about a team of really smart people who have to work with a very strong focus to make progress, because it's a really hard problem. But my gosh, you guys are here, you're engaged, you're interested, and what a future. Because that's what we all want in some sense, is that big challenge out there that we're going to make a contribution to. Your generation is poised to make one of the biggest contributions to mankind that there is. And so I hope you like big challenges. I hope you are excited about it, because quite frankly, not every generation gets that opportunity to have that kind of impact. You are at Stanford. Yeah. Which is a place that I think has some real potential. And you know, if I were to predict, some of you are going to go out and you're going to solve this problem by being professors somewhere and training students and training the next generation. Some of you are going to go out because you're going to go into industry and actually take smart ideas and turn it into real things that deliver to society. It's really hard to predict where you will make your contribution at this point. So keep your mind open. But there's room for all of you. We're delighted you're here. I hope you learn a lot, enjoy it while you're here, and we're just thrilled. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions about SLAC, Stanford, I'd be happy to answer them. Yeah?
Very important question. I'm just curious, who sets the agenda, the annual agenda for SLAC?
Who sets the annual agenda for SLAC? What an interesting question. So if I were to say me, that would be a huge overstatement. In fact, good ideas come from the bottom up. Okay? So good ideas like research in photovoltaics or catalysis or materials, those good ideas come from the bottom up. The management of the lab has the responsibility to figure out which of those good ideas are strategic, which ones can be brought together to solve big problems. Because as a national lab, our job isn't to just do a lot of PI-driven research. It's really, what's a big problem that needs to be solved and bring the resources to that. And then my job is to go sell that in a very real way to Department of Energy and convince them that that is exactly what they wanted to fund. And there's sort of a loop, because in the end, we'd like DOE to think it's their idea that that's what SLAC should be doing. Okay? So there's this continuous loop. But it always starts with the really great ideas that come from, you know, some smart researcher working in, whether it's in the lab or in their office with a pencil and paper or computer terminal. That's where it starts. But I do a lot of the packaging part. Other questions? Oh, OK. Well, have a great conference, workshop, whatever you're calling it. Okay.
Thank you, Persis.